Well, hey guys, we're back, and we're going to be talking about camera action, movement, and angles. Third lesson in a three-part series today. Hey, I want to bring something to your attention. You might notice the video looks a little different this week. I'm going to be experimenting over the next couple of weeks with a couple of different lighting things here in the studio, and I'm doing that for a couple reasons. Remember last week's video? I had some camera, was making some adjustments for lighting and stuff. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. And no better way to do it than just do it live in the video, okay? Because truthfully, when we work with lighting, some of what we do is experimental. We know what we want to set up. We know the lights we're going to use, but we might be playing with color and stuff. But that's another lesson we'll talk about later this semester. Okay, so camera action, movement, and angles. Let me, I'm going to jump over here. And we're going to get started. Sure this comes up okay. Yeah, let's dive over here. Okay, so quick review of what we're talking about. Okay, first of all, camera angles. Okay, when we talk about camera angles, it's a way of framing subjects from a particular position or image size. Okay, we might be closer, we might be farther, we might be moving the camera this way, we might be moving the camera this way. Okay, we're just talking about different angles. Okay, so last week we looked at three characteristics of angles. Those were subject distance. Okay, we talked everything from a pull-out shot, and we're going to talk about that because that's important, really important when you're doing a video. A pull-out shot all the way to an extreme close-up, all right, last week. And then we talked about horizontal positions, okay, moving the camera this way. And then we talked about vertical positions and how that works, okay, showing somebody from up top, puts them kind of in a weaker place, makes them look small. You want to make them look big. You come from the bottom, okay, make them look big. Okay, so this week we're going to look at shot purpose and shot population. All right, now why do we use angles? Okay, we use angles to help tell the story, very much like you're reading a book and you turn the page and here's your text, and in the middle of a text there's a picture. Okay, there, and the picture reflects something in the writing. Okay, using camera angles helps us tell the story. Okay, if you have this shot like this, and I hear something, and I turn over here, and I look, and it affects my emotions, you may want to go to a really extreme close-up shot. Okay, see a tear running down my face, or something like that. Okay, it helps tell the story. So that's why we're using camera angles. All right. So what are we doing this week? All right. All right. Every angle has a purpose. Okay. And again, this is theoretical. I'm going to really show you how to do this next week. Okay. How to plan it. And then the following week, I'm going to do a demonstration of how to shoot it. All right. So every angle has a purpose, right? You need to know why you're switching. Okay. We're going to learn to define what these are and why you're using a specific angle. And we want to learn how to plan a video, including camera angles. We're going to just touch on that this week. Okay, let's roll. All right, shot purpose. Master shot or establishing shots. Okay, a reverse angle. These are all different types of angles, okay, when we talk about shot purpose. An over-the-shoulder shot. A cutaway shot. Okay, would be intentional shot that you're going to use as B-roll, which is just helps tell the story. Like if I'm saying, hey, I want to tell you about this guitar that I'm refinishing right now. Okay, it's going to be black, and as I'm talking, I may have pictures come onto the screen of the guitars. Those are cutaways. Or I might sit back and I might think, I remember when. And it cuts to another scene and we make it black and white. And those are like thinking shots or dream shots. Okay, a point of view shot where we're shooting that the camera is actually supposed to be your eyes. Okay, so these are different purposes, all right, of shots. Now, another time that we talk about shots and angles, we're going to talk about shot population. Okay, in short, what shot population is the number of people in the shot. If there is a one shot, one person in the shot. Two shot, there's two people in the shot. A three shot, there's three people in the shot. Okay? Now, I want to tell you something. When you're planning a video, all right, very rarely, you're really kind of mostly focused on the purpose, why you're getting this shot, and the angle, right? When it comes to shot population, that's really defined on how your video is planned. So these terms here on this page on shot population are really used more in post-production to identify shots, more than in production when you're filming, okay, and you're doing the actual shooting, okay? An example would be you're skimming through some footage, I'm looking at some footage, and we can see like little thumbnails of the footage up on your computer, and I point to a part of your screen and I say, bring up that two shot. You look at your screen and you see that there's obviously a shot there with two people in it. That's what I'm referring to, okay? Wait a second, I remember, wasn't there a three shot in here where we had somebody walk into the image? That's how these terms are really used. You need to know them, because if you're working with a producer, you're working with anyone, and they're talking to you about editing, you need to know what we're talking about. Really, really important terms. In English, this is called vocabulary. Remember, in here, it is professional language. Okay? All right. So, you don't use these terms to plan. So, what I want to kind of drive home today is a master shot and establishing shots. All right? When you do this, okay, let's say you have one camera and you're going to use several different camera angles. So the first thing you need to do is shoot the entire sequence. I'm going to use a story that I'm going to plan out next week where you have two people sitting down talking to each other, okay? And they have a quick conversation. They decide they're going to get up and leave, and they get up and they walk out the door, okay? What I want to do for the establishing shot, I want that to be a pull-out shot where I have both of them, and I want my camera in a location that if they're going to walk past me and walk out a door, I'm going to be able to turn and follow them out. We're going to talk about leading. We talked about that a little bit first semester. But you want to lead them out the door. So what you have is you have one continuous shot from a pulled out position. All right? This is going to make way more sense in a couple of weeks when you see this done. Okay? So everything, and like I said, you're capturing it from beginning to end. So if I have two people sitting here talking, this is what we're going to do. Now, when I'm shooting my camera angles, I'm going to be moving my camera over and over and over again. Guys, this isn't high school video. This is how a lot of professional shoots are done that you watch on TV. Okay? Not all movies have got a huge budget with cranes and 15 cameras, you know, on doing different angles all at the same time. Television shows rarely have more than two cameras. Okay? There's a common scene that you see all the time. Doctor shows, you see this. You have a doctor or two doctors walking down the hall talking about a patient, and you see it from you'll see it from in front of them. Here they come, they're talking, and it'll cut to showing them walking away and they're still talking. Right? And one thing you notice, if that was one continuous shot, when they're walking away, you would see a camera. When they're coming toward you, in back of them, you would see a camera. So you got to watch how things are shot, and you know they're not all shot at the same time. All right? So So you've shot your one sequence together, and then your actors use what is called matched action. Okay, so we're going to talk about matching action. All right, so here is what it is. Okay, the second all your shots, any angles you're going to cut to, you need to film them from these different angles, and they need to be exactly the same. Okay, here, let me show you. Here's an example. Okay, I have my energy drink here. So shot one is a straight on shot like this with me drinking my energy drink. Now I want you to just watch. And cut. Okay, now we're going to do a different angle. Okay, maybe a side view, and here I am drinking my energy drink. They go action, and it's. Did you notice the difference? The first time I drank, I tipped the bottle way up like this. The second time I drank, I just went like this. Okay, that's not okay. I have to do it exactly the same way so I can use all of these angles in a sequence. Okay, this is what they do in Hollywood. Okay, actors have to match. That's how sometimes you'll see, when you know this is happening, you'll see this in a scene. A person will be like, let me use my little pick necklace here. Okay, the first shot, I'm like this. And then I turn, and the second shot, it's gone. You ever see things like that? Or there's a pen in somebody's pocket, and then they turn and they're talking, and that pen is not there? That's because those were shot at different times. Okay, so we do this in two ways. Okay, the actor repeats the action. Okay, that is the most common way, and the way I'm going to be teaching you to do things in here. Okay, the other way is to conceal the match point. Okay, do a cutaway shot. Look at somebody else's eyes or something while that thing is happening. Okay, so I want to show you an example of matched action, and this is from a video. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I just want to bring that up on the screen. Hang on. Let's get out of that and let's get over here. Okay. Now, this is a video that was filmed several years ago at the high school. Okay, they did an. I'll show this in class and we'll talk about it. Okay. Now this is back in the day. Times were a little different. I've been around for a while. We used to be able to use prop guns. We can't do that anymore. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead. I think I may even have sound here, but I want you to watch this sequence.
He's dead. Now it's personal.
Okay, now this was all filmed with one camera. Okay, he's here. Here's the different angle of him walking up to the car. Okay, this is the shot. This is one of the best matched action edits that I have seen since teaching high school. Okay, so I'm going to go one frame at a time, and I want you just to watch this. Okay, okay, here he goes. Okay, now look where his head is. Look where his head is. Okay, he might be a little bit lower in this scene, but this happens so fast you're not going to see it. Okay, but you see how far his head is into the glass? This is where the edit happens. Boom, boom. This is one camera. This is not two cameras. Okay, this was just shot. Okay, so let's just watch this at full speed again.
Off, you all right?
We'll just take it from here.
He's dead. Now it's personal.
Watch this. Zoom is used as an effect here. Takes it into the room. Okay, he's still walking. Different camera. See that cut? Zoom is used as an effect. There's the guy he's looking for. All right? So, it's just some of the things, okay, that we've been talking about here. Let me just see if I've got anything else. I don't. Okay. So matched action. So the pull-out shot is important. Now I'm going to clip it right here because this is going to make much more sense to you when you watch this happen. Next week, I've got a little scene. I'm going to show you some paperwork, and we're going to plan out a professional video, and you're going to learn a document called a master shot list, and I'm going to explain how this is used. Okay, we're going to shoot, and then we're going to plan it, and then the very next week, we're going to edit it, or we are going to shoot it, and then I might do this all in 1 week, but most likely the next week, I'm going to do a demonstration of editing all the footage. Okay? So, hey, that's it for right now. And yeah, there we go. So, guys, have a great week. We out.